Cain wished a many a time he could die. But God said, anybody that kill you, I'll take vengeance on them. And Cain and Abel, some things happened to them that you have to be careful, or these things can happen to you. See, first of all, God knew that Abel had brought him his best. He brought him of the best that he had. And it seemed like Cain's offering might have been what he felt he could give to God. And God always finds favor with our best. With our earnest and sincere offering, God always finds favor. You can't tip God. You're not supposed to give God what's left. You're supposed to give him the best. You're supposed to give him of the first fruit of your labor. That's why I said at the beginning of the week, let every man lay by in store. You want to be blessed? Learn how to put your money up for God. Learn how to tithe. Learn how to give a tenth at least of everything God has blessed you with. Somebody said, Reverend, I can't afford to tithe. I want to tell you, you can't afford not to tithe. Come on, y'all were saying amen a minute ago. God saves our hearts and our hands and our heads and our feet, but he don't save our pocketbook. But when you're saved, you say from your head to your toe, that's everything. Everything. Cain and Abel. The Bible portrays Abel as maybe the gentler and nicer of the two. Of course, Cain allowed sin to trick him and deceive him. And one of the things that happened, Cain became angry through envy with his brother. A lot of envious folk. Do you know there are folk who hate for God to bless you? I used to didn't believe that. I used to think that when God did something for one brother, every brother was happy. But do you know folk are so envious and jealous, they hate it when God does something for you. And that's a miserable person. Because while you're busy disliking somebody else, you're missing your blessing. Cain allowed the devil. See, the scripture said God warned that sin was lying at the door, and the devil is crouched at your door, and he's waiting to devour you like a lion. He likes for you to get all out of joint because of nothing. Huh? And it was envy and jealousy that made Cain angry with his brother. The Bible talks about anger. A little anger isn't unhealthy. Some things should make you angry. But the book says in Ephesians, be angry, but sin not. Don't let the sun go down on your wrath. In other words, a little anger rises up in everybody. When you see the wrongness and injustice of man to man, it'll make you angry. There are things sometimes that will upset you, but the book says, be angry, but sin not. What does it mean by that? It means that you got to control your temper. It means that you got to have enough self-discipline and control that even though well, some folk call it righteous indignation, will rise up in you, you got to be able still to talk right. Come on, church. You got to still be able to walk right. See, y'all think you're doing something when you cuss somebody out and get somebody. You're not doing anything but letting the devil control you. It takes much more strength and much more power to hold your peace and let the Lord fight your battle. I wish somebody was listening to me. You don't win any battles that way. Arguing with folk and getting mad and slamming doors and going off and acting crazy, going into a tantrum. Huh? That's childish, isn't it? Huh? But when you get angry, I've learned that when I get upset about something, it's best not to even talk about it right then. It's better to let your feelings go down a little, and then you can sit down and reason with somebody and discuss something with them where something can be understood between you. Oh, I know I'm right about it. But when you get too angry and you give in to that anger, you're going to say and do the wrong thing. Many a home been tore up because somebody got angry and went off and told somebody to get out. And as they was going out the door, they said, I didn't mean it. You can't allow anger to control you. And in the kind of world we live in today, folk don't care nothing about you getting angry. You get too angry, they'll kill you. Somebody bump into the back of your car, long as they didn't break your neck, keep going. You can get your car fixed. Y'all don't hear me. But you gonna get out and go for bad, they'll leave you laying side the expressway.
You've been listening to Religious Services broadcast directly from the St. James Missionary Baptist Church, located at 3627 Mount Elliott at Pulford, where Reverend Charles Nix Jr. is the pastor.